Education Ministry to review safety and security protocols at Homo Technical following shooting at the institution. The Ministry of Education has expressed its commitment to supporting the school community at Homo Technical High School following the fatal shooting of a man on the school premises on Friday morning. Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon stated that the ministry has mobilized teams including the school's leadership, safety and security officers, and social workers to offer essential support to the students and staff. Dr. Morris-Dixon added that a review of the school's safety and security protocols will be conducted.
The Ministry of Education is extremely saddened by what took place on the campus of Homo Technical High School this morning, where a driver tragically and senselessly lost his life. We want to express condolences to the family of the driver and the entire school community who we know are in mourning and are hurting really badly at this time. The ministry is committed to working with the school community to provide whatever support the community needs as they go through this very difficult time. The ministry is also going to be doing a review of the safety and security protocols at the school so that we can identify where there are any gaps and strengthen measures to safeguard our children and the wider school community. We stand with Homo Technical High School. We know that our schools should be places where our children go to learn, to develop, to become the best that they can be. And today, that was not the case. And so I say to the Homewood family that the ministry is going to be supporting you, and we'll do everything we can to make sure that you have whatever support is necessary.
Maria Dean court case transferred, JFJ hopeful this will address delays. The court case relating to the death of Maria Dean, while in state custody, has been transferred from St. James to Westmoreland. Dean was arrested in August 2014 on ganja-related charges. While at the lockup at the Barney Street police station, he was allegedly beaten by other detainees. He was admitted to hospital and died a few days later. 3 cops who were reportedly on duty at the time of the incident were charged with manslaughter, misconduct in a public office, and attempting to pervert the court of justice. They are Constable Juliana Cleveland and Marlon Grant, as well as Corporal Elaine Stewart. The case has been dragged on for a decade, with multiple adjournments due to the lack of persons to sit on the jury. When the matter was called up in St. James Circuit Court, Justice Bertram Marson noted that no juror was available to facilitate the start of the trial. Justice Marson then transferred the matter to the Westmoreland Circuit Court. The accused cops who are still on bail will appear in that court on February 17 next year. Meantime, human rights lobby group Jamaica for Justice, JFJ, has welcomed the decision of the court to transfer the case involving cops charged with the death of Maria Dean. The transfer comes after years of delay and adjournments due to the lack of jurors in St. James. JFJ Executive Director Michael Jackson expressed concern about systematic issues and called on the government to address these issues. Ms. Jackson expressed hope that moving this to Westmoreland will result in the case progressing. She called on the police to ensure that jury summons are served on time and that greater effort is made for the potential jurors to appear before the court.
From what we have been told, the Westmoreland Circuit Court has seen a higher juror turnout than St. James. However, the caution that we have is that unless some of the systemic issues that fueled the lower than expected juror numbers, we want to ensure that those matters are addressed. For example, simply put, the preparation of the jury list. How timely was that done? How timely did the police ensure that the summons were in fact served? Remember, one of the issues that we saw plaguing this particular case was that the provisions in the Jury Act itself was not even being adhered to, where they stipulated days within which the summons are to be served were simply not being met. There was an order that was made by Justice Bertram Morrison some time ago that had asked for a special team of process servers to be convened that will ensure that, greater effort is being taken so that we have sufficient jurors coming out. We trust that this order will actually be adhered to, or is it a case where the new judge would have to reiterate it? We hope that it doesn't come to that, because again, the state can look at the state of play and actually get this done so that the public can continue to have trust in the different state actors.
Traumatizing. Frightened students and teachers at Rosie's Primary in St. Andrew were sent home early Friday following the shooting death of a parent just outside the school gate. Although happy to head home after the traumatizing incident, some students were disappointed that Crocs and Socks Day, a fun activity that ends them in voting for a student wearing the best Crocs and socks, had to be postponed. Reporters were told that parents were asked to pick up their children immediately after the deadly shooting. I got a message in the WhatsApp group that I should come for my child because someone got killed at the school gate, one man told reporters. The murder victim, 36-year-old Deshaun Nuri, had arrived at school when he was pounced upon and shot multiple times. The murder was committed approximately 10 minutes before 9 a.m. according to the police. Children witnessed the murder, reporters were told, due to the fact that they were already in their classrooms. However, parents and residents from the road area said they were traumatized, especially because this was the second incident of this kind just outside the school gate in less than a month. In October, a man who had gone to pick up his child was killed on the school compound by a gunman. Imagine the children at school, and you come and do that. I am traumatized, one woman stated. I heard around 8 loud explosions. A man at the same time called the gunman callous for carrying out the murder near the school. The man them need to stop kill people at the school them. This is madness, the man stated. A woman who lives near the school said the shooting left her traumatized. I was in my house when I heard the shots and I came out. The way they shot them sound, I knew that somebody definitely got shot. It was a young Rasta youth who came to drop off his children them. He died with the car keys in his hand, she stated. Meanwhile, a man said people should not be dropping off children at school if they know they are mixed up in certain activities. When you mix up, you're not to carry children to school. The man who died last month, people said he was a don. If you're mixed up, you must hold your corner. Many times, if you don't put yourself in the position to get gunshot, you are not going to get it, especially in front of the school gate, he stated. Superintendent Damon Manderson, commanding officer for the St. Andrew South Police Division, said detectives have not ascertained a motive for the murder, but shared that they are following a few leads. He said his division is collaborating with the St. Andrew North Police to crack the case. We were called about the situation about 8:50 a.m. When we got there, we saw a male in the vicinity of a white pro box with Spence casing on the ground, suggesting he was shot. The team took him to the hospital where he succumbed. He is from Barbican in St. Andrew North Police Division. So far, we have not yet fully established a motive for the killing. What we can say thus far, though, is that it has nothing to do with any situation within that space. It would appear that he was trailed to the location, Manderson stated. We are looking into his lifestyle, his background, the circumstances that may have led to his killing. We are following several possible leads, he said, adding that the police are trying to determine if a previous murder victim in the Barbican era could possibly be linked to Friday's murder. We are trying our best to reassure the school. My community safety and security team is always working with them to provide the necessary support to the staff. Since the previous incident, which happened just a month ago, we have been working with them and we continue to work with them. We continue to give whatever security support we can, the superintendent told reporters. On Friday, opposition spokesman on education Damon Crawford urged the government to take immediate and comprehensive action to protect the nation's children and school staff from violent crimes. We are calling for the introduction of a new law to establish safe spaces around key institutions such as schools, hospitals, and transport terminals. These safe spaces would mandate scheduled police patrol, ensuring a consistent and visible law enforcement presence. Furthermore, we propose that any crime committed within a 400-meter radius of these safe spaces be subject to significantly harsher penalty to deter criminal activities near these critical facilities, stated Crawford. Schools, he said, must be sanctuaries of learning and growth, not places overshadowed by fear and danger. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.